Hello there, amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to my brand new amazing Doctor Who corner. So as you can tell, I've got a brand new Doctor Who corner. I've got my shelf, I've got my figures behind me, I've got VHSs behind them, and of course I've got this brand new shelf with my collection sets here, my steel books on the bottom shelf of here, and right at the top I've got my complete history books and a load of annuals, including the very first annual from 1965, which is something I am going to do a video on because I kind of want to do a video about all my Doctor Who annuals of what I own so far of them. So, welcome to my review on Doctor Who, The Planet of Fire. Now, this is one of my favourite stories from season 21. It is magnificent, it is brilliant, it's amazing, it's just pure fantastic and absolutely brilliancy. It's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant of a story. And I just genuinely love this story. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. It's iconic. It's absolutely amazing. So I do quite enjoy the story. Now, there are quite a few reasons why I absolutely love the story. So, the Fifth Doctor says goodbye to two companions in the story. We are introduced to a new companion played by the wonderful Nicola Bryant. And this is the actual last appearance for the Fifth Doctor against the Master. Now, this is Peter Davison's second to last story, so it actually does seem quite fitting to have his second to last story basically feature the Master as the main villain. Now, the one thing about this episode I absolutely quite enjoy is the film and location work from Lazzarotti. Now, to get the actual DVD, it does come in a box set called The Chameleon Tales, and it does come with The King's Demons. But considering that The King's Demons is now available on Blu-ray with Season 20, I'm really looking forward to when Season 21 comes out on Blu-ray, because imagine this one. But for the DVD release, we were given two versions, the original 4-part story, and of course, a fantastic movie option with it being put into widescreen with some brand new iconic shots, and basically they've kind of updated special effects in it as well, which is actually quite brilliant. So when this one does come out on Blu-ray, I'm really looking forward to seeing the special effects in pure HD. So this story was actually originally broadcast back in, or should I say originally transmitted back from the 23rd of February to the 2nd of March 1984. It is one that I personally do enjoy. I do think it's iconic. I do think it's brilliant and just pure fantastic. So basically, to open up the story, we are onto the planet of Fire. We kind of got these two people walking across the planet, and then of course you've got the Doctor traveling with Tarlo, played by Mark Stretson, and basically talking about the events from the previous story, aka Resurrection of the Daleks, that the fact that Tegan not long left the Doctor. And the Doctor is getting a little bit obsessed, as Tarlo puts, because the Doctor, the first thing we hear from the Fifth Doctor at this point is going, Daleks, like that. I just absolutely love the way how the Fifth Doctor is a bit angry with the Daleks because they make him lose Tegan, but it's another fantastic story, Resurrection of the Daleks is. And then, of course, we end up having a scream coming from a fellow companion, someone we have not seen since The King's Demons, and that is Chameleon. And he's kind of connected to the TARDIS, and he's there screaming. So, Chameleon picks up a kind of a distress call from a Trion ship. Now, the Trion ship is Tarlo's home people. And, of course, they have little tattoo-like marks on them of triangles. Now, when we first met Tarlo, he was actually put onto Earth in exile while his father, for the crimes of his father, but his father does end up dying on this planet. And then, of course, also on this planet, buried in like some couple of rocks, is the Master's TARDIS. Now, the Master himself is really good in the story because we got two versions of the Master. We have the holographic covering that we see Chameleon shapeshift into, and the actual proper Master is kind of a little bit damaged, and I will talk a bit more about that at some point, because the Master ends up damaging his life force, really, and his body, because of him messing about with his weapon, the TCE, the tissue manipulator. So really the Master is stuck in this kind of like box in his TARDIS, trying to make contact with Chameleon, and Chameleon's in the Doctor's TARDIS. And then, of course, when they actually do arrive at Lazzarotti, the Doctor and Tarlo, they go into investigating what's activating the stress call. So, of course, At this point, we are meeting like Nicola Bright's character Perry. She's there on holiday with her mom and I believe her mom's boyfriend Howard. But he does end up leaving her on the boat so that she can't go and travel across the world like she wants to. And he says, I will come back for you when I know your plane leaves, like that. And of course, it means Nicola Bryant has to strip down from her outfit into a bikini and dive into the sea. And of course, at this point, Tarlo's watching her and she's kind of drowning. So Tarlo does dive out of the TARDIS to go and rescue her and puts her into Tegan's bed. Now, Tegan's bed well, I say it's Tegan's bed. It actually looks like the same room that we see in Snake Dance in a year prior in season 20. So I would actually say he actually just put her into Tegan's bed, and then she kind of sleeps the exhaust enough that she nearly drowned. And she has nightmares about Howard. And of course, at one point, Howard's there talking to the Doctor and Tarlo, pretending to be Howard as well. And then, of course, the final cliffhanger of part 1 is where you kind of have him laughing, saying, "Contact has been made." And then, of course, we have that ladder. And Chameleon ships just from Howard into the Master. I absolutely love the way how Perry and the Master kind of have that little bit of conflict where the Master is there in Chameleon's body using Chameleon, which means to an iconic chase scene where basically she's trying to stop him from using the Doctor's TARDIS. So they do go to the Planet of Fire, and then, of course, all through 4 episodes, it's done brilliantly. And then, of course, when the Doctor and Tarlo are there investigating what's going on this planet, they come across a race of Tarlo's people, Trions. And really, they kind of have a malefical god because they kind of got this spacesuit and they believe it's one of their gods. And who comes behind them but Chameleon as the Master? Now, again, as I said, the Master is shrunk down, so his body is very kind of small. So the fact he's using Chameleon is quite good. And the fact that really, at the end point of the story, where they're literally trying to resurrect the Master by the Master basically trying to resurrect himself in the actual fire of the planet. And then, of course, because the Doctor knocks out Chameleon and basically Chameleon does end up begging for his death, the Master kind of vaporize into nothingness. But it's not really the end of the character because the Master does return in season 22, which is also available on Blu-ray. And then, of course, at the end of the episodes, Tarlo says goodbye to the Doctor because his exile has been lifted. And then basically the Doctor and Perry are in the TARDIS, and Perry kind of asks the Doctor if she can stay with him for a while because she's got 3 months of shore leave or holiday. And the Doctor says, 3 months, you say? And then, of course, the TARDIS kind of does that fantastic shake and he goes, "Welcome aboard, Perry." And that's how the story actually ends. Now, for me to say what is the best version of this story has got to go to the original 4-part version, because I don't really like how it goes into widescreen for the special edition. It's the same as some of the issues I've got with the DVD release for Enlightenment in the Black Guardian trilogy, because that is for the special edition of that as well. It gets like the same treatment because it goes in from a short screen to a widescreen. It doesn't look right. The CGI effects kind of look a bit naff. But I do have to be honest, if I was going to say what is the best version out of Danto between Enlightenment and the Planet of Fire, I kind of enjoy Planet of Fire because it's like a whole movie length. You got a beginning of it, and then of course you go into the title sequence, and then you carry on into the whole plot of it being absolutely splendid. So Planet of Fire, it is definitely one I do personally enjoy quite a lot. I would have to be honest with you, I think it is definitely a 10 out of 10. The last 3 stories for Peter Davison, I think, are definitely 3 out of 10 out of 10. I think they all are 10 out of 10. Like his Resurrection of the Daleks, this story, Planet of Fire, and of course the fantastic, amazing story known as The Caves of Androzani. So, let me know in the comments, what do you think of the Planet of Fire? Do you enjoy it? Do you not enjoy it? Let me know in the comments. Please do like, subscribe, and share, and join me for more awesome Doctor Who content. And hopefully you enjoy my brand new Doctor Who Corner. And join me next time for more awesome Doctor Who content. And stay absolutely amazing people that you are.